Welcome back to Lantern Insights. Today we are playing with Mox Opal, with Mishra's Bauble, probably two of the most talked about cards in my previous videos that weren't playing them. We're playing Mox Opal, Mishra's Bauble, Whir of Invention. Going back to a real classic version of the deck, this is pretty similar to what won the Pro Tour many years ago. So is that a good sign? Probably not, but we're going to be playing it today. Sultai, Whir of Invention, Mox Opal. Let's talk about it. So, mana base wise, we got our fast lands, Darkslick Shores, Botanical Sanctum. We want that black, that green, our one basic. I'm a big fan of only playing one basic. I don't typically like playing any more than that in three color lantern shells. We got our Spire and Glimmer Voids and Urza Saga. Only 19 lands because we got the full play set of Mox Opal. So a lot of the Abzan lists just playing one. No, we're going full four. Um, Full four for that. We got Mox Mishra's Bauble to help turn it on. And then, for those of you unfamiliar with the deck, it relies on Lantern of Insight, which says players play with the top card of their library revealed. You pair that with Codex Shredder to have a target player mill a card. And then, if we come down here, Ensnaring Bridge to prevent creatures from attacking, and we lock them out from there. This deck is a very low to the ground, efficient deck. We have 8 discard spells. A bit higher, but you may notice there's no main board removal. So if something sticks, we can't get rid of it in game one. Maybe something we could address in the future, but for now we're going to be trying this list. So our 8 hand disruption, Ancient Stirrings, full playset of that, just a very powerful tool for digging. And then we have 4 Whir of Invention. Whir of Invention, really powerful card, especially with Opal. When Urza Saga was printed, but Mox Opal was banned, most people weren't playing Whir because Urza Saga is so good. I don't know why Graph Digger's Cage is showing up there, but Urza Saga was so good, but it made the mana really hard for Whir of Invention. But now we're able to have Urza Saga and Whir of Invention. So we have 4 tutors off Urza Saga, 8 tutors off Whir of Invention. We're running 2 Graph Digger's Cage. This might switch actually. But we're starting with 2, and it's a lot of the meta. Cookbook. We only caught 2 copies of Pithing Needle, but then as I was saying, sorry, with Urza Saga and Whir of Invention, playing 3 copies of Ensnaring Bridge, because this can functionally be 7, because we're often getting Ensnaring Bridge, and then Lantern, again, functionally 7 here, because we have 6 Mill Rocks and 3 Lanterns, so just a lot of flexibility. Sideboard-wise, we got Extirpates for those combo graveyard focus decks. Assassin's Trophy is our removal. I'm a big fan of prismatic ending in white versions, but in a version like this, Assassin's Trophy is perfect. Tezzeret for those slower, grindier matchups. Tezzeret on turn 3 can be pretty powerful with Mox Opal. And then we got Torpor Orbs, Damping Spheres, Vexing Bauble, Needle, Jar, just more hate that we can get with Whir of Invention. I think you can make an argument that this sideboard should have more of these 2 mana hate pieces, which are really good with Whir of Invention. Things like Spellskite or Soulless Jailer, cards like that. So definitely be something to look at in the future, but I think we're going to give this list a spin and see how it goes. So appreciate you a lot, and let's get into game 1. All right, game 1 with Whir, Lantern, Opal, Inquisition, Bridge. I I like Bridge. 3 lands plus Opal. I guess on the draw we'll keep. It's not like the best hand in the world. I guess Opal's kind of like 4 lands. I do like having a bit of hand disruption. Um, that's interesting. So we could high roll and hope to land, like, we could play Urza Saga Opal and then hope we draw our. I guess we couldn't make constructs anyway. I think we're just gonna Inquisition, see what we're up against. Flooded Strand doesn't narrow it down a whole lot. Yeah, you got it. And then whether or not we'll run out Mox Opal depends on kind of what we're up against. Usually against ducks with more counter magic, yeah, so, okay. Elementals, they got the Consign and the Prismatic ending. I think we take Prismatic Ending because it's a bigger problem here, and then try to get them to use Consign on the Urza Saga, and then be okay. So I think we take the Prismatic Ending, hope they use Consign to Memory on like a Mox Opal or an Urza Saga or something next turn. I think we can hope to bait it a bit. Okay, they shocked in blue. Okay, I'm in totally flooding here, but yeah, they might consign that trigger. What are you gonna do? Okay. So that's gonna let them blink something. Like a Flage, maybe? If they do tap out to play Flage, we will slam Bridge. Like we're not making constructs if we don't have to, and if we play Bridge, that'll turn Opal on as well. So if we draw one drop, we can play both of those. So they're gonna attack. So they're not worried about the damage. I mean, that is correct. This isn't a totally damage-based matchup here. I mean, it comes back, right? Like, we didn't have any artifacts anyway. Constructs do die to the Felia attack trigger, like flickering them. Tokens don't flicker, so we will kind of have to time when we make them, but that's not a big issue. We are playing Torpor Orb in the sideboard, so that'll be useful next game. He's not playing he has a snow-covered plains. Sorry, am I missing something? Was that not one of the cards we saw in... Yeah, I wonder if he counters this with Consign to Memory. Nope. Okay. So we are gonna make constructs because we know he has the counter spell up. Like we saw snow-covered plains, right? I don't know why he just voluntarily missed a land. Yeah, that was in his hand. Must have forgotten about it. Okay, so here's the thing. We know, yeah, so they're gonna have to pitch Solitude to like get rid of the construct. If Failure attacks is gonna blink the Riddler or something. So that's fine. And then we're gonna make a construct. Hope to get some ground presence going here. I wonder if they consign to memory, because we are going to try to block Felia. So they either use Solitude and Flage, some combination of that. And then that's fine-ish. Exiling a Felia. Okay, so they still have Flage. Yeah, consign to memory is pretty good against us. I mean, the thing when you Thoughtseize or Inquisition in this case and have two... Oh, wait, that's fine. So they have Flage and one unknown. We don't know what that unknown is, but we are going to get Codex Shredder because we can use it on our cells with Bauble to try to find like a lantern piece. Or a lantern, I guess not a lantern piece. They're all lantern pieces. So 3 unknowns at hand. I guess Force of Negation would get us, but if their last 2 cards are Force plus blue card, like they got us anyway. Yes, we will get it. Oh, another land. Yeah, I really don't like seeing that. We can grab Codex Shredder. We will have to deal with Flage at some point. I mean, he's still going to be able to attack with Felia. Because, like, we're getting all these lands stuck in hand. really flooded this game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we're only playing 19 lands. So not ideal. But we'll see if we can stick a bridge here. We should be in at least a better spot. And then we will use Bauble to filter our own draw a bit. Because we just really don't want to draw another land because we gotta get some cards out of here. Still waiting for them. We're up a minute on the clock, which is good. If you're watching right now and you're considering getting into Lantern, would highly recommend. Very fun Magic deck. I guess we know they don't have lands in hand because they would be playing those out. Also would recommend tapping that like button. Showing some support, would appreciate it. So, I mean, this hits us for 6, and provided we don't draw land, we dump kind of whatever we draw, or make a blocker if he goes to attack again. Yeah, we would like another Thoughtseize. He's gonna blink the Riddler. Oh, blink the bridge. I mean, that's fine. Like, it still comes back. Yeah, you can't attack with your other creatures, because once you declare attacks triggers happen. He probably could have attacked with his Solitude. Like, I don't know what he's holding that back for. Wonder if he's going to counter this trigger. Yeah. Well, that's a good play. We just got to dig for another one. Highland. Holy cow, lands. Yeah, draw a card. I think he's going to trigger this ability to counter this ability too. He shouldn't, but Bauble. Yeah, okay. I mean, that is another bridge. Gonna play Glimmer Void. Bauble. 2, 3, bridge. Okay, and this time Felia can't attack, so he can't blink the bridge. So I do like that a little bit. Now he still has 4. Okay, he can still dash a Ragavan. I think the fact that we have no main deck removal and no Thoughtseizes means I could bobble myself here, but I would rather use it to control my own draw. Codex Shredder, yeah, I mean, Codex Shredder's not great, but we can play around it. Actually, there's one card. There's no Academy Ruins in this list. It might be worth putting in there. Okay, I mean, did he 100% should have cast the Codex Shredder, which makes me think he's holding something else that he'd rather play in hand. He's got 2 mana open, Flage and 2 unknowns, and then Ragavan will go back to hand. Whir of Invention, yeah, we're gonna keep that. Whir of Invention being instant speed is so good. It really, like against decks where they have counter magic, they have ways of interacting with you. Instant speed is very powerful. We're gonna float it colorless here, and then go get a Lantern of Insight. And then I like having Inquisition on top. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 for Whir of Invention. We can Ancient Stirrings into a 1-drop and cast it and still hold up Whir of Invention. We were gonna need Cage anyway, so I don't hate that. And now we have two cards. If they dash Ragavan at the beginning of combat. Oh, wait, this is grayed out. Like, why can I not use my Spire of Industry? Arena of Glory's fine. Consigned to Memory, like, we're not gonna let him draw that. Seems we have a Lantern Appreciator here. Okay, Treasure. 5. Something for 5. Wrath of the Skies. X equals 3. The problem here is we can float 4 mana, but that doesn't get us another Ensnaring Bridge. So, like, if we were in response, I don't think there's anything we can get. Blue, 1, 2, 3, because everything costs 3 or less. I mean, we're gonna look, I'm pretty sure we are just dead. Cookbook, Pixis, Needle, Opal. Yeah. Well, I think we're gonna get a Shredder. Well, the other problem is we're gonna lose all our Glimmer Voids. So actually, this is just over. Maybe I should have waited. Like I guess I could have waited and gotten like spent 1 mana on a Codex Shredder if I floated everything. I think we're still pretty dead there. Charm Belcher? No, I wish. Um, so we are gonna want Torpor Orb, and then anything that's actively bad in this matchup. Wrath of the Skies is pretty good against us. So I think we're gonna bring in a Welding Jar just in case. Kind of like Tezzeret as a finisher, but I'm not totally sold on it. Um, Needle. Like they don't really have a lot for. We'll leave one in case something comes up. Maybe an Otawara cookbook is not needed here. You can use it to get under like dump cards for Ensnaring Bridge, but I think if that's the reason you're bringing it in, you're kind of losing already. Maybe only one Tezzeret. And then we'll trim in Ancient Stirrings because we're bringing in Tezzeret. No idea if that's right. Would we like to play first? Yes, we would like to play first. Okay, the question is like how greedy do we want to be? And the answer is with 2 Grafdigger. Like if one of these was Codex Shredder, we could go turn 1 Saga, Opal, like Opal Shredder. I think we have to mulligan though. And then this one is a lot better. The only question is, what do we get rid of? Because, so turn 1, we go Spire, Opal, Bauble, Shredder, Lantern. Turn 2, we go Torpor Orb, and we dump the Inquisition. I mean, we still gotta find a bridge. There's still some questions, and he still could have something in hand. But I think because of how good Torpor Orb is against this deck, do that. I mean, yeah, I will definitely take an Urza's Saga here. This is why you play Mox Opal. This is freaking cracked. Like, imagine we had this on 7, and turn 2 we go Torpor Orb and Hand Disruption, and then just start making like makes 2 7/7s with Urza Saga. Like, that seems pretty good to me. No point in milling, because, I mean, they're just going to shuffle off Flooded Strand anyway. And we're probably not going to crack Bauble for a bit, because I think we are going to try to rush them with constructs, just because we don't have bridge. So we will do, oh, I mean, I lied about us not having bridge. So now we will try to rush with constructs in order to distract from bridge, so he has to answer them before we get bridge down. Um, he's just pausing at weird times. Like, I don't even know what he has. We're gonna play Saga out. Are you gonna do anything about this? Okay, the one downside, if we play Torpor Orb and he plays Flage, it does not sacrifice itself, which is something to consider. Because 3 mana for a 6/6 that deals 3 Lightning Helix every time. It's not ideal. Is he thinking about countering this? He could be. Probably should think about countering that instead. And we're empty-handed. Yeah, he's gonna fetch. Ragavan. Is a dashed Ragavan a problem? I think because we have Ensnaring Bridge on top, it is a problem. So upkeep, we're just gonna mill him. Not because we don't want him to play Ensnaring Bridge, but because we want to play. And we only play 3. So this list is only running 3 bridges, not 4. So Ragavan taking 1 is more of an issue. Yeah, Arid Mesa, you can have that. Hopefully you weren't short on lands. So we're gonna draw here. Codex Shredder, perfect. Monster. We're gonna try the rush. Not having hand disruption kind of sucks because we are just very dead to a Wrath of the Skies. Like that will just get us. Hopefully we can almost kill him before that happens. Yeah, like this hand that we mulliganed, or that we kept as the mulligan, if it still had, um, what's the whatchamacallit? If it still had Inquisition, I think that's what we put back, then it would be even more cracked. Because we could have cast Inquisition last turn. Like, we could have played Torpor Orb and Inquisition. Yeah, play your Scalding Tarn. He might interfere with this, and Ephemerate doesn't matter when Torpor Orb's on the battlefield. Especially because it's target creature you control. Is he going to counter this? Not yet. So we're going to get 6. It's going to be 7 when we make the other construct. And then 8. So he is, like, pretty dead if he doesn't do anything. Oh, that's what we want. We're going to shuffle. I think we gotta just rush constructs. The question is, do we find Mox Opal in order to play another Codex Shredder? It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We replace our Mox Opal and play a Shredder. That'd be 8. So that hits him to 10. Our other answer being just grab a Codex Shredder. And I think that answers the question there. Why grab a Mox Opal to play this Codex Shredder when we can just grab a Codex Shredder? Although actually we might get Pixis because we do want to do ourselves a bit. Flage, are we worried about it? 5 other cards? Yeah, I think Pixis is fine here. And then hopefully he lets us go to combat. Same thing actually with Solitude. Its Torpor Orb shuts down. I believe Torpor Orb shuts down its sacrifice ability. But Solitude as a chump blocker, way less scary than as a Sacred Foundry. I mean, we will absolutely mill Consign to Memory. Mox Opal is a good card. Very, very fair magic here. Like, again, what we're doing is super broken. It's also very disruptible, so, like, there are answers. The question is, does he have those answers in hand? And I think Opal adding that speed factor to Lantern is a big change because it does give us like draws like this where if you don't currently have an answer to Lantern in hand, you're going to have a huge, like if you don't have an answer to the lock to that disruption, you're going to struggle because we can just drop it on turn 1. So then if we become a deck where you have to mulligan into hate for us, I think that's really good for us and positions us very well competitively because you always want to force your opponent into more difficult mulligan decisions. He's tapping around with mana. Oh, he's exerting something. Thalia has an attack trigger. Oh, he's just playing Flage. Oh, that's fine. So he's going to gain 6. Yeah. Now you assume we want to trade. I think we just take 6 here. Like, am I crazy? Like, we only go down to 14. And we hit him back for 18. Right? I think we just don't block. If he has Solitude as a chump blocker, we still almost kill him, and then he has to leave Flage back as a chump blocker. So we kind of put him in a position where he then can't attack with Flage. And I don't know what he has in hand, but now the question is, does cracking Mishra's Bauble in order to draw this Dark Slick Shores change our math? So he's at 12. We're going to play Codex Shredder. That'll give us 2 9/9s, which will deal 18 damage. Assuming he has an answer for 1, that puts him at 3. He gains, we just win. Okay. Yeah, he was trying to bait us into a trade there for sure. But I'll take that. Not draw with Opal, like, very pretty good. Now the question is there anything we want to change now that we know we're on the draw? Something like a Vexing Bauble, I don't think does a lot. Assassin's Trophy for like Assassin's Trophy for a Ragavan, but it feels really bad against Ragavan. For Ophelia, again, the removal question is why I really like Abzan, because Pending is just such a good removal spell. Um, yeah, I think we just run it back and hope for the best. Just doing a little promotion in the chat, you know how it is. So I think here, this hand is slow. If we don't draw another land, mulligans to 6. I mean, yeah, he's gonna have sideboard cards. I have sideboard cards too. Bobble Bobble Jar. I think we keep this. Just roll with it. Oh, we gotta put one back, right? Um, yeah, we gotta put one. Look at that. Recruiting subs as we speak. So, begins rolls to 6. I'll take it. Again, no hand disruption. Little, little sad. But we have a good bridge. Hopefully not. Okay, Ragavan, that's a good card. Mox Opal. Pixis. So this is where like Mox Opal really transforms these hands. And then Mishra's Bauble. And then we're going to play Pixis just because of the synergy with Bauble and Pixis. Just being able to filter our own draw. And I think we do it here off Ragavan. And then, yeah, we don't have black mana. It's one downside to Botanical Sanctum. He's going to swing. We can't do anything about it. We're going to crack a Bauble. Let's see what he's ripping. Uh, yeah, I think that there's worse things he can get. Like if it's kind of a treasured token every like couple turns because he's gonna play it, but not be able to turn it on right away. So we'll see. Let's see what we rip here. Okay, Glimmer Void and Mox Opal of our own. Interesting. Mox Opal. The question here is, do we jam Bridge into like 4 open mana? And honestly, the answer might be yes, because otherwise we're doing nothing. Like we're playing Lantern. Oh, he's gonna counter the mana ability, which is something you can do against Urza Saga. Although it will not turn off Chapter 2. So if he counters basic planes, plain Blood Moon, that'd be good. Wear and Tear, destroying this. Cast both with Fuse. Uh, I think we save it. I guess we could have cast. We should have flowed mana first. Um, Off the Opal. Oh no, we can't play land anyway. Doesn't matter. Like, oh, he's gonna take it with Ragavan. Never mind. At least he can't play it. Yeah, swings in with Ragavan. Okay, he's got 3 unknowns in hand. Codex Shredder. Honestly, it'll probably depend on what we have underneath, whether or not we run out the Codex Shredder. Because I do always like getting a stronger lock. I wonder what he's got. Oh, he's got Wrath of the Skies for 1, just blowing everything up. So we're gonna cry. Uh, he does have 2 cards in hand and is drawing a dud. It does blow up his own Ragavan and my Mox Opal. So we're gonna play Codex Shredder. We gotta play the Glimmer Voyage because we gotta keep that drawing that 3rd land alive. If he blows up Codex Shredder, he blows up Codex Shredder. Like if he has Wear Tear, Wrath of the Skies, something else, like GG's. Okay, he did leave it on top, so we're gonna mill it. It was a land. This is a land too. What's he gonna do with that? Puts 1 card on top. Wonder if he tries to draw it. Fable the Mirror Breaker. That is very good. Perfect draw here. So he's got 1 card in. Okay. Do we let him draw the Felia? I think we do, because he's gonna get 2 draws off Fable. And if we can find a land, we can play Bridge and Felia doesn't matter. Solitude also doesn't matter, so it's just what that 2nd card under here is. Assuming he discards. Oh, he doesn't use Felia. Okay. So it's something in hand that's relevant. So he's going to attack us, make his treasure. Like it could be a counterspell, and we're pretty dead to a counterspell. It could be another removal spell. And yeah, obviously the backside of Fable is pretty bad for us, but we did leave in 1 needle. Quantum Riddler. And then as long as you have 1 or fewer more cards in hand, he draws that many plus 1. So he's going to draw 2 cards here. Oh, yeah, we're dead. We're just dead. Because Teferi bounces it, so we need... I mean, we need like Pithing Needle plus Teferi. Or sorry, Pithing Needle plus... so I guess we... Yeah, that's bad. We're gonna play it, just force him to down tick. Like he has the answer to it. Um, but we gotta force him to use it. And then we're gonna have to use this to try to find the 1 copy of Needle we left in. And this can create copies of this to draw cards at instant speed. Definitely slipping away here. Yeah, Teferi. You got it. You're gonna bounce the bridge. But that does give us a couple turns to find something. Okay. So we're gonna take 6. Teferi is a -3 and it's at 1. So we are gonna upkeep Mill. Grafdigger's Cage. Whir of Invention is an answer. So we're gonna bridge. He has 3 cards in hand, so fortunately, this is not drawing him an extra card right now. What does he have? Felia? Yep, Felia. But Felia, she can't attack right now. He's gonna shuffle. Ephemerate is instant speed card draw, but it's not worth sacrificing a lantern over. Okay, he puts it into the graveyard. Because he has instant speed card draw off the reflection of Kiki Jiki already, which is something we're gonna have to play around the rest of the game. Um, I we did bring in Assassin's Trophy actually, right? And we have a Haywire Mite? No, we didn't bring in Trophy. So it's like Haywire, that's a non-creature, right? Haywire Mite does. Okay, here's the question. Teferi's at 2. They have 3 cards in hand. If one of them was an answer to Bridge, they would have killed us already. Do we play Cage, let them tick up Teferi up to 3, and then play Whir of Invention after we draw the Saga? And I think, honestly, that might be the way to go. Because if they have, like, Teferi, they don't play Proliferate things, so Teferi is not going to be able to answer Bridge this turn. So I would rather, like, a Nurse's Saga is a really good draw. Yeah, you're going to make a copy. You're going to draw a card, which is going to be an Arid Mesa. Sacred Foundry on top. That's fine. So he's going to uptick to Fairy. We do have to Whir of Invention at instance or at sorcery speed. We lose all the advantage of it being flash. And then we really don't want to use Codex Shredders if we don't have to. Clock is very much a concern for him. That's fine. I mean, he could have made one off that guy anyway. Generally, if you're playing Lantern, because I'm assuming you're going to watch this because you said you're subscribing and you're going to watch it, you want to kind of fight for specific cards. So you don't want to just draw cards willy-nilly, but it'd be better to hold, like, to hold open the mana and then fight over something important in a turn. So we're going to Spire. Blue, blue, blue. 1. Let's just make it look like we're doing this. Blue, done. X equals 3, and then we're going to grab the 1 copy of Pithing Needle that we left in to name Teferi Time Raveler. So he doesn't kill us. What's he playing? He's playing 5 for Solitude. That's fine. Again, at this stage in the game, we're not winning with creatures. Like, we are. He can kill us, or we can mill him out. It's one of those two things that's happening. Yeah, so he's gonna sacrifice the Riddler. That's fine. We now have to wait 2 more turns until we get a second mill rock. Okay, here's the thing. He now has that instant speed draw. So he, yeah, see, way too fast here. Because now this draw trigger goes on to the stack. What he should do is just be patient. Don't let me get the opportunity to mill it, because you're going to draw it if you just pass and go to your turn. So I'm going to be forced to use my Codex Shredder before your draw step, which then allows you to use Kiki Jiki in response to instant speed draw a card. So when you have instant speed card draw, hold it for a card like that you have to fight over. And that's actually going to be a pretty big deal here, because he's going to play the island. Like, he's going to draw the island next turn, and we're, like, every turn we get closer to the second Codex Shredder coming online. And as soon as we get the second Codex Shredder, the game changes a ton. And he does have 6 cards in hand here, so he's not drawing 2 off Quantum Riddler, which is really important as well, which is another reason not to just draw cards when you don't have to. Now the question is here, do I want to let him draw another one? And I think it's basically a one-time card draw at this point, having 1 or having 2. So him spending 5 to draw 1 card, I think I'm okay with that. So Rafmar, when you see this, I always feel a little bad when I'm making Lantern videos and then explaining to people how to beat Lantern in them. But hopefully, given that we're well into the first game, based on my viewership metrics, most of you are gone. Like, maybe you're skipping to the end, seeing how the game's going. You can draw a Quantum Riddler. Ragavan, totally fine. I always feel a little bad about explaining how to beat Lantern in videos of me playing. Like, okay, like what? I don't really see a need for warp. Like, you're gonna draw a Ragavan. That's fine. But anyway, like I'm saying, how you beat Lantern here is you just have to be. It feels kind of bad to just quote unquote just be patient when it is a deck that kills you slowly. You'd think, oh, I want to go faster. Um, but here, like, he's gonna shuffle the Riddler. He's down to 30 cards left. Ragavan on top. And we get the other Saga. I mean, yeah, we did take the needle out. We didn't see reflections in the first two games, so that's a bit unfortunate. Uh, yeah, so we're gonna make a construct because there's no downside to it. Worst comes to worst, he solitudes it and we gain a bunch of life. And then we're actually gonna get Pixis because there is unlikely, but it is possible that he runs a sideboard like Emrakul or something like that. So we do want to have that exile flexibility. And then you'll notice here, this is the difference of playing with Lantern all the time versus playing with Lantern very rarely. Like my clock, 8 minutes, more than enough time to mill 30 cards. 3 minutes might not be enough time to draw 30 cards. So I don't want to time him out. Can we just acknowledge that we got Wear and Tear and Wrath in the Skies in the first like 3 turns of the game? We lost everything and everything built back from that. Yeah, double solitude. Um, yeah, honestly, like from here, it's pretty GG's. Yeah, so I mean, he does have some instant speed draw, so there is some stuff he can do. I'm maybe not gonna send this. Yeah, again, okay, Rathmar, talking to you directly through the video. Don't use it when you don't have to. Again, it's harder now. Like with 2 mill rocks, it's a lot harder because with one, you can just wait till I draw or till you draw. But with two, uh, like I can kind of do a bit. Yeah, so you're gonna cast it. The trigger's gonna go onto the stack. And so here, like Prismatic Ending, I'm not milling a land because I know you have a lot of answers. So I would have not milled the land. You then would have um had Prismatic Ending with the card you draw for turn, casting the Quantum Riddler, and making a copy of it, all as options. But here, yeah, I believe I can just safely mill that. Yeah. No, don't be sorry for playing it out at all. Again, hopefully you're watching. Never be sorry for playing it against Lantern. Like, if you are playing Lantern Control, you have to be prepared that people are going to play it out. Because it is correct for them to play it out. Like, exactly, like he said. Again, he has 2 minutes on the clock. I don't want to time him out. He's going to have to play a bit faster in order to not get timed out. Um, like, totally understand. And I think Lantern gets a bad, like, reputation. I mean, Ephemerate. Okay, here the question is how much instant speed card draw do we want him to get? And honestly, I think it's not much. This might be incorrect to mill him here. Fable. Now here's a bigger question. How important is Fable? That's a second card draw. I think I'm gonna try to mill the Fable. If he fights for it, I don't sacrifice Lantern for it. Yeah, Felia and Quantum Riddler are okay. Yeah, Felia's fine. And I think because we have Grafdigger's Cage on top, Solitude's fine too. I am gonna, yeah, draw Solitude. Again, I mean, the way he's playing it has definitely, like, he had opportunities to win, but again, it's an advantage of Lantern. People don't play Lantern. It's not a top meta deck. People don't know how to play against it. And will I take every win point I get because of that? Absolutely. Like, you can't tell me not to win games because people don't know the deck. Like, and he does know Lantern. Like it's a deck he's played before and is familiar with. But I think it's totally Lantern. I think can be a very rewarding deck if you play it a lot. Yeah, obviously. Yeah, I don't know how many. Oh, whoops, whoops, whoops. Yeah, it depends on how many outs he has. Obviously, matters with 18 cards. So he gets through 3 a turn because I mill 2 and then he draws 1. So at most, it's 6 more turns. Yeah, I would prefer if you didn't. Uh, yeah, so I think again, very, very tedious. Dude, this first game is gonna be like 50 minutes. Okay, Scalding Tarn, that's fine. A second bridge is big for us. I don't know, he might have more Wrath of the Skies. Quantum Riddler. Again, because the Quantum Riddler is sorcery speed card draw, I'm way happier to have him draw sorcery speed card draw. Uh, what happened there? Yeah. So I don't want him to draw this because I want to be able to speed up the lock. So we're gonna mill that. Velia is fine. I mean, I sure hope he watches to this part and just sorry for all you Lantern. I mean, if he's gonna draw like 3 cards a turn, he's gonna kill himself. And I mean, the other thing is only turn 13. I love playing this deck in paper. I mean, the one thing is in paper, it's not chess clock. Like it's if it is GG's, I do feel bad. Like I don't want to win by timeout. Now Flage, that's an interesting question. Do we mill Flage? I mean, no, because it's just Lightning Helix. Like we go down to 4, and that's fine. He doesn't have others. Yeah, that's fine. It deals 3 to us. We go down to 4. Again, so from a technically correct standpoint, I believe he's going to use Reflection of Kiki Jiki to copy Quantum Riddler to draw a card. Totally incorrect. Like he's trying to force something that's not there to be forced. 8 cards in deck, or 8 cards in hand, 11 cards in deck. My bad, mixed those numbers up. Yeah, I'm totally fine with you drawing another one. Again, yeah, GG's. Great first game. Like this is one of the best decks in the format, and Lantern can totally win. Um, yeah, so we're gonna get into game 2. Holy cow, that was a long one, and we'll see you in the next one. All right, so following up that long match 1 with hopefully a slightly shorter match 2. Unless, I'm all for putting out 3-hour Lantern leagues if that's what you want to see. I mean, I can deliver. No one wants to see that. I don't want to film that. You think I can talk for 3 hours about Lantern? Like, I like Lantern. I need a break. This hand, I think if this was not, didn't make green, we have no way of making green, so those two Ancient Stirrings are just dead. This, like, I guess we keep. I don't love it. We don't have any way of finding bridge, honestly. On the draw, I think maybe on the play I'd keep it. You can do this and that, and I like that a lot better. Even as a five. Yeah, fives don't feel great. I find with the Lantern, mulliganing from 7 to 6, totally fine. Thoughtseize? Yeah, probably takes Whir of Invention. Going from 7 to 6 is not a huge deal. It's very, very manageable. Going from 6 to 5 feels like a big drop off. Uh, so I find I do mulligan pretty aggressively on 7, and I think it's correct to mulligan very aggressively. Oh, he takes Pixis. I think we could just go Spire and Bauble. Uh, let's get some information on him. I think we're maybe we should have kept it. Stubborn Denial. I mean, that is a good card to know about. So we're looking at Death Shadow. Moon Shadow. 6 -1/-1 counters. Yeah, that definitely feels like a Death Shadow kind of card. Is new since I was regularly playing. I will mention it for a while, but there are a good amount of new cards as I did kind of step away from Magic for a bit. This card seems pretty good in Death Shadow. He's almost okay. He's out. Yeah, I mean it's Death Shadow, and we don't have Ensnaring Bridge. Um, you can do the math there. There's a Saga Inquisition, and then I mean this is why we kind of get punished for. Maybe we should have played the Sanctum. I don't know. We kind of get punished for cracking the bauble. Okay, we might be just dead. Undercity Sewers on top. Well, it has the stubby D in hand, and it's turned on because it's a 5/5. Nether Goyf is a 4/5. And then we're gonna do this just to make it a 2/2 so it doesn't die to Bowmasters. And yeah, Stubborn Denial is really strong against us. So we're taking 9 here. 10. Only get 6, but maybe 11. Never one or more permanents or put into your graveyard from anywhere. I mean, yeah, that just becomes a 1 mana 6/6 with Menace so quickly. Wow. So we take 10. Now the question is, do we need a blue land? So we make a construct. The question is, can we Whir of Invention? Obviously with Stubby D, like they have to tap out. So if they don't tap out, it doesn't matter. If they just hold up Stubborn Denial, we can't win. If they do play it, we make 1, and so then we have 1, 2, we draw a land. Well, that makes it much harder. Inquisition. So he's just holding up Watery Grave for Stubby D. I don't know if that's correct. I guess we need to draw land and yeah, so he's gonna swing in. I think we have to take it because we need it for Whir of Invention. And then this will also turn Mox Opal on. So that's our third blue source. Now with Stubby D. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe he Stubby D's this. That would be hilarious. He's not going to. So we have to tap out, hope that he somehow randomly decides to tap out. Because we got 1, 2, 3 blue sources, and then 1, 2, 3 non-blue sources, so we can cast Whir of Invention, but he has Stubborn Denial. So it's just a 1-mana counterspell. Oh, I moved to combat anyway. Well, yeah, he had Stubborn Denial, so we were dead anyway. So Shadow is a very fast deck. Probably Welding Jars. Basically, we want anything that's fast. I'm not playing Haywire Might. I think I mentioned in an earlier game that I was, but it's not in here. Trophy is a maybe. Another thing is Shadow's generally a good matchup for us because Bridge and Racing. It just depends on can we hit the right cards. I think we go like, oh, let's just bring in cards. I gotta cut something. Maybe we don't change anything. Grafdigger's Cage, actually. We didn't specifically see them getting anything back. They could be playing like Unearthed or something like that. But we're gonna risk it. I think the cards we're bringing in are more impactful. Yes, we would like to play first. Would we like to go Spire of Industry, Mox Opal, Ancient Stirrings, or Inquisition? Yeah, I think we would. Yeah, we lead on Inquisition, and the next turn Stirrings for second land, play Shredder. Yeah, I like that line. If we just draw a land, we can... I mean, the reason to Inquisition first is because they also play Hand Disruption. So we're gonna take the Consign to Memory. The Shadow, Moon Shadow, Psychic Frog. Probably gonna draw them a couple cards, which I don't love. But if we draw land, we go land, Codex Shredder, Ancient Stirrings, hope for 0-drop, play the 0-drop, Mox Opal, Stirrings, another land. Psychic Frog never hits us. If, on the other hand, we don't draw land, then we got Ancient Stirrings, land, Codex Shredder. Yeah, Moon Shadow. Okay, you got it, and you played the Polluted Delta. So you have one unknown, which was a Street Wraith, which we knew about. So now you have two unknowns, and then Bobble, we have one unknown. Yeah, holy, Moon Shadow gets big in a hurry, man. Another Bobble. Okay, so you have Death Shadow, Island, and Psychic Frog in hand. Let's see what we draw. Come on, buddy. Oh, Glimmer Void. Perfect, we just drew a land. Okay, you're gonna look at the top card of our library. Enjoy. And then I'm gonna play a Codex Shredder and a Ancient Stirrings. And the question is, do I get a land or another Codex Shredder? And I think we go land, which lets us go land, Ensnaring Bridge, Ancient Stirrings all next turn. Cannot play that out, and we're gonna pass. Take 4. And hope he didn't draw Disruption. Yeah, Stirrings whiffing is unfortunate. Okay, plays the island that we knew about, and then just tap out for Psychic Frog. Come on, you're playing Frog. Do not like him holding up mana at all. And we can't play Ensnaring Bridge because Mox Opal isn't online. Did not think that through at all. That was an oopsies. Probably should have gotten the Urza Saga for that reason. So he's gonna play Frog. Stubby D is a hard counter right now. This is one downside to Mox Opal. It's not the nut draw, it kind of does nothing. Oh, he discards the Shadow, so I don't know anything that he has in hand. Okay, he's discarding a bunch of permanents. I feel like he's just discarding permanents and keeping Stubborn Denial in hand. Or Consent Memory. That is perfect. Oh, it's not. Because Darkslick Shores comes into play tapped. Okay, so next turn we take 6, 7, and we're just dead, man. That sucks. Should have grabbed the island. It's kind of a misplay on my part. Yeah, he's going to counter it. Yeah. I think if we had grabbed the island earlier when we had Ensnaring Bridge, or when we grabbed the Darkslick Shores with that Ancient Stirrings, if we had just grabbed the island, we could have played the island, used a different land to play Inquisition, and then got a bridge through. But we live and we learn. It got paired up quickly. That's nice. I will absolutely take the play. Not even a recording break for me. Okay. So this hand, we go Shores, Opal, Bauble, Lantern, Inquisition. But then we only have one land. If we crack Bauble, we lose access to Opal. If we and we don't have a Codex Shredder, we don't have a bridge. So as good as this hand looks, am I crazy for mulliganing this? Or maybe I just mulligan too aggressively, but I don't think we can keep this. I think basically my mulligan philosophy. Oh, my opponent has disconnected. This might be worse. Going to blind Pithing Needle. Oh no, Urza Saga Lantern. Never mind. Okay, I'm just gonna pause the recording and I'll be back if they reconnect. Okay, he's back. We'll keep. I actually didn't think of what we're gonna get rid of, and it might just be Whir of Invention because we are kind of far away from a bunch of blue sources. Leading on Saga, I don't hate it. I will do it in a number of situations, such as when I'm trying to get a lockout quickly and I don't want to play Pithing Needle at turn 1. This might be Grixis Shadow again. That would be get some revenge. I guess we know the time of day that Shadow players are on it. Yeah, you can crack your Bloodstained Mire, Steam Vents, whatever. I am gonna draw the Ensnaring Bridge. I'm gonna love seeing Mox Opal on top. And then I am gonna Inquisition. Because they can play counter magic, and if they don't play counter magic, yeah, so I think it's just expressive iteration. They can play whatever they want next turn, but I don't think it can kill me fast enough. And then we're gonna name Fiery Islet with Pithing Needle, because we have to get it down for this Opal. So Fiery Islet. Yes, we'll name that. So it's just a prowess list. So expressive iteration. Like Lava Dart can get us again. Dragon Rage Channeler, totally fine for us. Because I mean, it might let them mill some Lava Darts, but I think we're okay with that. I mean, Slick Shot Show Off is fine. He's gonna Mutagenic Growth it. I mean, we are gonna get hit for a good amount of damage here. I honestly kind of want them to get Delirium, because then it won't be able to attack. Okay. Not making construct here. We are going to get Codex Shredder. I think you can make an argument to get Cookbook, but I think we can survive one more turn. Actually, we haven't played a land yet, right? Yeah, we're just going to do this. Ancient Stirrings. Grab a land, which is going to find us another Codex Shredder. This land is then going to tap for mana and play Ensnaring Bridge. And we're empty-handed against Prowess. Do I want them to draw Preordain because it's a more relevant card than 90% of their deck now? No, I do not. Yep, Bloodstained Mire. You can have Bloodstained Mire. Not a problem at all with that. Wooded Foothills. Again, they have Lava Darts. Lava Dart deals 1 damage. So, I'm not really worried. I don't love having Thoughtseize on top, but I think taking 2 is better than... I mean, that would have been fine. We are going to Thoughtseize. Kind of unfortunate, but yeah, Lava Dart deal 1 to us. Okay, scary. Ooh. Always yield to DRC. Like, unless they're playing a dedicated graveyard deck with like a lot of things they can bring back, and you have Pixis out, just auto yield to any order. And with no instant speed draw, we are hopefully gonna catch up a lot on time. We're only down like 20 seconds, but I think games they win will be very quick. Games we win will be slower if they make us play it out. What is this? Oh, it's a pump spell. No, whatever. Again, Prowess, if you survive, cast your second spell, create a monk. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing in Prowess. Without the card draw, there's like 3 card draw spells. We have to keep them off, and then a couple burn spells. Oh, they're drawing cards they want to see. Yeah, Prowess is like go fast and hopefully win. What do we have for Prowess? The answer is Welding Jars, and that's it. Vexing Bauble stops. Flashback Lava Dart. In terms of what we take out, Grafdigger's Cage stops Lava Dart. That's about it. Pithing Needle, Fiery Islet. There's probably nothing else. But like, there's not really much to trim. I'm gonna leave in 1 Pithing Needle and 1 Grafdigger's Cage. Just in case, they have like 2 Fiery Islets on the battlefield and it is gonna be useful, or they have like a bunch of Lava Darts. Just to find a Saga. Split 1 of each because they're both pretty useless in this matchup, so it doesn't really matter too much which one we take out and which one we put in. Of course, we draw it. Turn 1, Sanctum Stirrings. Honestly, I'm just gonna take a mulligan. I don't mind. I regret taking a mulligan. Can we keep a hand with 2 Stirrings and 2... we maybe should have gone down to 5. The reason I was saying I don't have a problem taking a mulligan is because it gives us fewer cards in hand for Bridge. Slossy's kind of actively not good here. If you want to counter an Ancient Stirrings, you can counter an Ancient Stirrings, I don't mind. We are down, ticking down to even. 2, 1. Yeah. Go search your deck for whatever your heart desires. Steam Vents. Oh, they're gonna counter it. That's fine. You got more where that came from? Nope. Is it probably there more for the turn 1 hand disruption? Yeah. Preordain. Let's see what they scry. Hopefully 2 bottom. 2 top. 2 top, and then they're gonna play a fetch land. What are you gonna do? Just not crack your fetch land? We definitely want him to think that we are hard on lands, so we're gonna do this. I mean, we take Bridge because Bridge wins the matchup, and then we play Urza Saga because we don't have anything else, and see what they do. We won't force Bridge if they're obviously, like, if they don't play a creature and just pass the turn, we're just gonna make a construct with Saga, and that is the flexibility of Urza Saga. Like, the tutoring, really good. Would we play it without the construct making? Absolutely. Is what makes it even more powerful the fact that it can make constructs too? Yeah. Does it introduce a whole bunch of different playlines that the deck did not have before Urza Saga? Even more so. Preordain, that's fine. I mean, none of this is fine. We'd like to be controlling everything they draw, but can't win it all. 2 bottom that time. That's good. I mean, they're clearly holding up counter magic. Like, why would I run Ensnaring Bridge into this when I can just pass, play the Mox Opal so that Lava Dart doesn't kill it, play the Spire of Industry, and we're just gonna make a construct. And they're lightning bolting our face instead of our construct. Like, why just make constructs and then go get Underworld's Cookbook and just outrace them? That would be hilarious. Like, they're not playing a creature and they're just passing. It's expressive iteration. Go for it. I mean, we do have Thoughtseize, so we can force a bridge through. That's actually probably something I should have thought about more. Because we're going to make a construct, untap, make a construct, go get. I mean, probably the first one we get is. Yeah, you're leaving up counter magic clear as day. Again, you can have all the hate in the world. At some point, you have to win the game. Which he very well still might. He still has 6 cards in hand. Like, if he's trading 1 for 1 with a construct, I'm happy with that. That's damage that's not going up my face. Yeah, shock. Shock in the foundry. Totally fine with that. I mean, now, okay, we're not gonna mess around with like we're just gonna assemble the lock. Codex Shredder. There's a Saga. What 5 cards? Like, one of these is gonna be a counter spell. This is the counter spell. We're gonna take this. I mean, he can play. I mean, he bolts the construct. We just start dumping. Like, the thing is, if he plays the show off, and oh, so he's suspending it or plotting it. Yeah, that's fine. So again, you're holding up. That's fine. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do you think he counters? Can he kill me in one turn? So if he counters the Urza Saga, I swing for 4. I'm at 15. He plays this. When he casts a non-creature spell, Core, that's a non-creature spell, so that's +2. And then he bolts, so that's +4. So that's 5 damage, +8. The problem is he can't get. So he can deal me like 8? I think it's fine to make a construct here. Maybe I'm totally off the rails. Totally lost in the sauce. But like, with what I've seen, yes, he has 2 unknowns, but he can't kill me yet. So you're gonna play the Steel Cutter. And then he's gonna play the Show Off to get a 1/1 with Prowess. Yeah. But if you cast another spell, you're tapped out, and then you don't have the consign to memory. Okay, Mishra's Bauble, that's a haste and trample. I will 100% block and force him to use the lightning bolt on it. Okay, look at my top card. So he's got bolt, consigned to memory, and something else. Probably should have looked at his own top card in order to know whether or not he could cast bolt. He's at 8, 5. So we can make a construct. If he counters it, we tap the Mox Opal, go get another Mox Opal to slam bridge. If he doesn't, so he draws a card, but he can't play a land. Because if he doesn't, I think we just have 2 creatures. They're both, oh, we don't even have to grab Mox Opal, we can just play this land. So that's 6. I think we get. Do we get Cookbook and just go for the win? So I mean, these are 7/7s. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, you block that. Okay, and Constructs got there. But boom, I mean, we win. We win. Lantern on top. GG is 2-0 against Prowess. Prowess is a great matchup. But yeah, you can't blatantly telegraph a consigned to memory against a Lantern pilot for the entire game and expect it to work out. Like, you, with Lantern, like, if you don't kill us, sooner or later we're gonna win the game. Like, we're gonna assemble the lock, we're gonna make constructs, we're gonna do something. You have to kill us. If you keep a hand that's all card draw counter spells, and then fire off the Spell Pierce on our Ancient Stirrings, and then just hold open consigned to memory with no threats, we're gonna win the game. So if you're playing Prowess against Lantern, you need a threat. You need a threat and some answers. If you don't have both, you need a threat. At least put the pressure on us to have it, because there are some games that we won't. I'm really just giving all the tips of how to beat Lantern. I guess it makes sense. Kind of ranting a bit, but that's fun. All right, round 4, back on the draw. And let's see what we're up against. Come on, buddy, you're going first. You know you're going first. You're going to be on the play. Wow, I rolled a lot of 1s here. Okay, could be taking something else. Uh, $10 says you just hit start, like find match, and then like walked away and is somewhere else. So he'll notice in a bit. And they're back. They only burned like 2.5 minutes off their clock. Opal Shredder, Inquisition, Inquisition. I think this has a lot of the problems of some hands we had earlier, where it just doesn't do anything. This hand, on the other hand, way better. We dump the second lantern. I think we dumped the second lantern. I don't hate having two whirs. He is on a mulligan already, uh, so that might mean he's not quite as fast as could be. I think maybe if I knew what the matchup was, I think that would possibly switch, like whether I would keep or not. Like if it's a really fast matchup, I want to keep the lantern. If it's a slower matchup, I want to keep the whir. I think we're gonna go for the ballot. Like just take the whir. We got Bobble and Shredder to filter our own draw a bit. That one of basic island. Like island never feels great to draw, but it's like so essential for the deck. Like, ooh. Yeah, yeah, I guess we're taking four instead of dealing with the 4/3 in turn one. Um, well, we got one word for bridge and one word for cookbook. I guess that kind of works, keeping two words. And then we're just using Bobble to find a land. Four cards. Lexi Devil is a good card on turn one. Problem with it is later in the game, it can you don't like giving your opponent a choice. I am not feeling great about this start. Holy, down to 11 already. Yeah, not. Spire. Yeah, we're looking for a land. I hate that it's Spire, but we gotta keep it. Top skewer the critics. I mean, we have to mill that ensnaring bridge. Yeah, because we need a third land. Okay, the question is, do we mill the skewer? I'm thinking, do we Inquisition our own Whir of Invention? Because that's like three. I think we gotta mill this. We gotta know what's under here. Another Inquisition. We might just be cooked. Uh, we gotta take the burn because that's what actually kills us very directly. Um, Upkeep, we are gonna mill the Inquisition. We want another land. We're technically can't get bridge yet. We gotta Stirrings find a land or find an artifact. Milling this, getting a land, playing Ancient Stirrings into Cookbook would be perfect. Okay, yeah, you're gonna light up the stage. Also skewer. What do you exile? Sunbay Canyon and Flame Rift. Flame Rift deals 4. So he skewers the critics us down to 6 for Lava Spike. So then we have to mill Lava Spike too. I think we're just dead. We're just gonna. It's gonna be a quick one. Sideboarding. Look at all you guys in the comments saying, "Oh, no one plays Leyline. Take Leyline out and then burn." Or taking Welding Jar. Vexing Bauble doesn't hit anything. Maybe Trophy. I hate Trophy so much. I wonder if there's an Orzhov shell. Because I was looking. Grafdigger's Cage. Graveyards or libraries. Not graveyards or exile. Pithing Needle at least does something. But maybe we cut one Pithing Needle for an Assassin's Trophy. I wonder what an Orzhov version of this list looks like. You cut the green, you have access to white for Prismatic Ending. You need blue for Whir of Invention. So Esper. I like Esper as a color combo in general. Yes, I would like to play first. Now the question is, does this hand be burnt? And honestly, I think the answer might be yes if we turn one Saga. So we're gonna keep, because then Whir can get us. We don't have. I mean, we have Cookbook and Bridge, both on turn 3, because Mox Opal will be turned on. So we're gonna do that, and that's there. Now, like, does it beat a Wear Tear? No. Vexing Devil. So we have our turn 2. He has his turn 2. Vexing Devil hits us for 4. We have our turn, but we can't do anything with it between now and then, so we have to take 4 because we're at minimum taking 4. Oh, why didn't I play Shredder last turn? What am I doing? I totally should have just ran Shredder out. Cast Mox Opal. Cast the Underworld's Cookbook. Cast Thoughtseize. So next turn we play land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Lantern. So it's just whatever deals us the most damage, which is Flame Rift. And then if Goblin Guide puts us into a land, we discard it to Underworld's Cookbook. And we hope they don't draw land here. Mr. Small, that's perfect. Hand empty. So we're gonna float the colorless, and then we're gonna go get Lantern. Lantern of Insight. Can we just keep them on one land the entire game? So then blue, blue, blue. It's 1, 2, 3. Cancel. 1, 2. We're doing Lantern and Cookbook because we're not going to have any cards in hand. X is currently 3. Yes. So Ensnaring Ridge. And then we're just yeah, there's no point in using Assassin's Trophy on the Sunbaked Canyon. Yeah, we're gonna let him deal Flame Rift because that's better than drawing a land. And the lands, we like want to keep him off it. It's not the end of the world. It's more keeping him off it just to slow him down. Just in order to let Cookbook really take over the game here. Barbarian Ring. I mean, that's annoying. I think we bobble. Because we can discard one card to Cookbook, and then that lets us play something. So technically we're gonna discard the Opal to make a food, and then we might Assassin's Trophy the Barbarian Ring. Or we might just gain life, honestly. I think it depends what he plays. So he's gonna hit us for 3, 6. I mean, he can hit us down to 2. And then we go back up to 5. Actually, I don't know if we let him draw this Barbarian Ring. Okay, he plays Rift Bolt, hits us for 3, draws Barbarian Ring, hits us for down to 3, back up to 6. We're gaining 3 a turn, and I think because it's not a burn spell, we let him have it. I mean, it kind of is. Oh yeah, you're gonna do that. Oh. I guess the thing is here, if this is a burn spell under it, yeah, like he spends his whole turn on 3 damage and we gain 3 life a turn. So him not drawing lands keeps us alive. I mean, is everything he draws that isn't a land damage? Yes, but if it's only 3 damage a turn, that gives us time to find a second. We're just gonna do this. Gonna draw a Glimmer Void. Going to discard a Glimmer Void. We're keeping the trophy just in case something comes up. Again, Rift Bolt's totally fine with him dealing us 3 damage a turn. Rift Bolt. Yeah, now the question here is food. Inquisition's great because it takes 3 damage out of their hand for no life to us. So we will discard the trophy when we draw Inquisition. Yeah, especially with Swift Spear on top. So we're just gonna tap, discard the trophy, and then play Inquisition. Just to take some of the damage out of hand. And I guess it depends. Are we committing to never letting him draw a second land? I don't think we can say we are. Because we're at a multiple of 3, like all of these are functionally the same except for Flame Rift, and I think we just care about raw damage. So he has 12 damage in hand, and we're at 15. So I think at this point oh no, we're at 15 and he has access to 15 damage. So next time at this point we gain our life, mill the Barbarian Ring, but then I think non-Barbarian Ring lands we can let him have. Because he has 12 damage, we go up to 12. Buddy, you should be casting your Skewer of Critics because you can't cast that for 3 later on. He put us down to 9. Off. That was off Lava Spike, right? Yeah, we would. Okay. He knows it. He knows it. On the draw, not where I like to be. I brought in 2 welding jars. I didn't see any artifact removal, but that doesn't mean it wasn't there. Obviously, I'm still leaving welding jar in. But we're gonna have to be pretty fast on the draw. When I was saying earlier, sorry, I got distracted when I was talking about Orzhov, or Esper, and basically the idea behind that is that there's a card Kaya that I was going to emos to 6. We were going to keep. The card Kaya Orzhov Usurper, 3-mana Planeswalker, pretty solid card. I've played her in the past and is really good against burn. Um, what the crap? Players can't gain life, damage can't be prevented. I have 1 Assassin's Trophy. Now, he has 4 cards in hand. 3 cards in hand. He has 9 damage. The best thing we could draw right now would be Urza Saga. We're going to go Spire, Opal, Ancient Stirrings because Urza Saga, and we put the Assassin's Trophy to the bottom. Okay, that's not good. Okay, basically Urza Saga wins us the game because we can kill him with constructs faster than he can kill us with 2 burn spells in hand. Unless he has creatures, but he should be playing the creatures first. Yeah, so we're at 10, empty-handed. Like, Urza Saga would be so good here. Thoughtseize sucks here. Like, Urza Saga would actually just win us the game. Yeah, Bolt Wave. I mean, if we don't find it, we're gonna lose. Lantern. Flame Rift kills us, for sure, so we gotta mill that. Light up the stage, he can't cast. So that's fine. And then Lava Spike we mill. Barbarian Ring, we're gonna Pexus because we want Glimmer Void gone. Inquisition, yeah, we will Inquisition here. We are gonna have to mill ourselves pretty aggressively because we're kind of Urza Saga or bust, really. And another mountain on top. That is, you love to see that. Because we cracks the canyon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think we sided out all our. No, there should still be 1 in the deck. It's gonna be very tight, very dependent on the top of the deck. Yeah, draw mountain, that's fine. That does 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So he can sack Barbarian Ring. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, I mean, very much a race. We might be too slow. Do we mill the Sunbaked Canyon? No, because I think it's slow enough. Yeah, it's slow enough. He deals us 2, we're at 5. I wonder if he cracks it to get the Bolt Wave. I mean, we have to hope that he doesn't have just a huge run of burn spells. Which, given that he's burn, he might. The good news is we do kill him in 2 turns. Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna... Yeah, okay, that's huge. Keep flooding. Urza Saga is so good against burn. Yeah, draw the mountain. Yes. Ley Line of Punishment. That's huge. That's huge. This is why it's exact same thing as Prowess. You have to be able to kill the Lantern deck. Because I'm going to get Welding Jar. I mean, obviously this isn't getting up to 16 here. But we're going to get another Codex Shredder. Just more. Yeah. And we win. We mill everything. Oh, that's so good. Turn 0 Ley Line. It says we can't gain life. Ordinarily would be really good against us. We don't have anything for that. But we clutch up. That's so good. Yeah, again, at both of these games, you have to be able to kill Lantern. This is just a masterpiece on how to beat Lantern control. That's actually kind of funny that that's what this video has turned into. This is just me playing Lantern control and then saying how the other person could better play against Lantern control. Now, to be fair, when you mulligan that low, you maybe have fewer options. I don't know what his hands were before that, um, but you gotta be able to kill me. Like you have to be you have to kill me at some point. So I mean, hey, we're 3-1 again. I will say, Lantern is performing well. You guys are seeing the games I'm putting in. Like it is real decks we're beating. So hopefully we can once again go for a 4-1. Hopefully we get it this time. All right, round 5 once again on the draw. This has been the game of the draws. I am kind of tempted, honestly. Um, so the thing is, you go turn 1 Saga, Opal, Shredder. Turn 2 Pixis, something off Opal, Stirrings for land, land Inquisition. Like, I don't hate that, and if we draw another 0, sure. I don't hate it. Oh, Tron. Yeah, this might be a very quick last game. How you beat Lantern as Tron? I was so scared that was gonna be Chalice on 1. Oh my goodness. Chalice on 1, I think I would have cried. Um, and then because they're Tron, we mill them because they don't use their graveyard, and maybe we hit pieces that are relevant. This looks like Eldrazi Tron, not G-Tron, which is slightly better for us if they are relying on creatures, but Karn, the Great Creator, is very good against us regardless. So there's not really a good Tron matchup. I'd say, yeah, I mean, if he plays Karn, we concede. If we don't draw land, we concede. Okay, we draw land. And unfortunately, each spell that would cost less than 3 mana costs 3 mana to cast. We don't have 3 mana because Opal's not turned on. Holy crap. We need another land. Like there's zero question about that. Yeah, turn 2 Trinisphere. That's a good card. The Labyrinth is a good card. Hmm. Like we're gonna get Lantern off Saga. That'll at least turn Opal on, and we'll have 3 mana for 1 turn. We will be forced to use it on Stirrings. Unless we draw land. If we draw land, we can play Thoughtseize. I mean, watch them just follow this up with Karn. Like, very difficult matchup. Okay, I mean, this kills us around bridge. Like, this isn't a good card to see. It's not Karn, but the only good news we're working with is they only have 2 cards left in hand. Okay, I got the noise in my ear that one of my earbuds died. I record with earbuds. I don't know what the audio is going to be like, if it's going to be half and half. Um, yeah, I don't have like a full, like the whole microphone, like streamer setup. This member is fine. Like, do we have to just stirrings for land? Like 3 mana ancient stirrings. Holy cow. Probably should have done this before playing the Glimmer Void, that we could have tapped the Opal. Hopefully, yeah, I just need to grab a land. Any order. Maybe we start Thoughtseize ourselves. On my OBS display, the audio is still going up when I talk, which means at least one earbud is still functioning, but I think one's out of battery. Used it too much today. But here we're like, oh boy, like Trinisphere. It just slows us down so much. When your entire deck is one drop, suddenly it costs 3 times as much, and we're playing 19 lands. So there's that. AK's gonna sack the Mind Stone. Kozilek's Command. I don't think we want him to draw that because it's instant speed card draw. Ugin's Labyrinth at this stage of the game is totally fine. Fleshwrecker's gonna kill us if we can't find Bridge. We can only play one card a turn. At some point, we're gonna have to Inquisition ourselves just to get rid of cards. Next turn, we go land one of these two, I think. Yeah, I think because we're playing that, we're gonna mill Inquisition. Yeah, lands are perfect. 1, 2, 3. Codex Shredder. Our problem here, next turn, we go up, we have 5. So we're like 1 mana away from playing 2 spells a turn. It's not good. Like, we want to have an empty hand here. Like, if we empty our hand, we're just ripping through our deck way faster because we got 3 mill rocks 2 turns ago. Question is, do we draw the Ancient Stirrings? Eldrazi Temple. The good news is he doesn't have a clock. This is a clock, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, that kills us. There, there. If it gets Tron, he can play it immediately. So not a fan. This is gonna be a hard game one to get out of. I guess we can look to sideboard. We got Damping Spheres. Vexing Bauble instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think we just have to dig like this. That's what we're looking for. We play it for 3. And then upkeep, we got a mill Codex Shredder in order to get a land, which will let us play 2 cards. And then we worry about the Flesh Striker at some point. One problem at a time. We got Bridge, so we just need to empty our hand. I think if we're gonna have any chance, we gotta just go on. Is this a tribal? This does not count as an Eldrazi. All is Dust. Very good card, not against us. And I don't have a Gaddock Teeg on the battlefield this time. $14. Yeah, so upkeep. Run a mill. There's a Saga, beautiful. And then 1, 2, 3. Pixis. We're playing 2 cards a turn now. All's Dust does deal 1 damage to us. Oh, you tell me we're gonna have to get Underworld's Cookbook against Eldrazi. I think that's fine, given that we have 3 mill rocks already. Oh. Cancel. Gotta tap something for black. Come on. So Thoughtseize you. Yeah, I'll take Dismember. But, oh, we're gonna need Pithing Needle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, he just puts it into hand now. And then we have 3 turns. Okay, the exiling part we don't care about. We do care about him drawing a card. But we will be able to get Pithing Needle off Urza Saga before it comes off that ability. So I think that's okay. It's looking, we're putting it together. So he's gonna tap out for Planeswalker, which will make a 0/1. And he can draw the power plant, that's fine. Yeah, because lands are colorless. So nothing gets hit by that. And then you make a... Okay, so it deals 1 damage to us. Uggin's gonna resolve. We are able to stop it before its ultimate, because obviously its ultimate kills us. Yeah, you're gonna draw the power plant. The thing is, I don't want this Mishra's Bauble, but I do want him to have Eldrazi Temple. So we're just gonna use the Kodak Shredders again on ourselves. Grafdigger's Cage. No, this puts them into exile and then lets him cast them. So they get all their cast triggers. Actually, probably could have milled pretty aggressively there. Come on, man. Or honestly, I mean, knock on wood, but not in a horrible position. Because we play Pithing Needles. Ugin, Eye of the Storms. Just have to name the right Ugin. We have 3 mill rocks. Should I play this Inquisition? Honestly, probably. Just to get it out of hand. I'm not going to use it later. Yeah. You got it. And so this is a deck we can have 6 against more aggressively. Swamp. Totally fine. Yeah, so you're going to draw that off Ugin. And then Urza Saga just, I think this is the second. Yeah, because that first game against Teferi, Urza Saga got Pithing Needle with like the perfect amount of time. We're gonna mill Mind Stone, just don't want them having instant speed card draw. Honestly, don't really want them having anything, because then the Fleshraker deals us damage, because we do still have to find Cookbook. 40 cards. Yeah, we can mill them out. They're not playing quickly at all. About to buckle in, it's gonna be another 40-minute game. I don't mind. Hey, like I said earlier, those 3-hour leagues. He's playing all his dust for that 1 damage, which I respect immensely. Ooh, he is probably just playing Shuffle Eldrazi by accident, like not even as hate, but some of those Eldrazi are just gonna be in here. I think we're gonna yell until end step. And then, so we're gonna hold Pixis up all the time in case we run into a Kozilek. Karn the Great Creator would not like you to draw that. Power plant? Absolutely, you can draw power plant. Oh, Pithing Needle on top. Oh no, what are we gonna do? At least he knows we have it. Ugin, Eye of the Storms. Do not want to be typing in the wrong Ugin. And then now that we have Ugin needled, now we can worry about not letting him cast 10 other spells. But with all our milling, I think that should be pretty doable. Pithing Needle. Ugin, Eye of the Storms. And then we're going to play the land, and we're going to say go. And to be honest, I would say we're favored here. Like with 3 mill rocks. Yeah, we're at 10, but and honestly, I'm just gonna play to let him only draw lands. I'm not gonna rush the milling. We have time. Clock is an asset. Because he doesn't have ways of drawing cards at instant speed, we're gonna keep him off that the entire game. And then we're just gonna shred myself a bit. Ancient Stirrings. Now that we have 6 lands, I guess you could wait here and use. Okay, so we're naming Pithing Needle, or we're grabbing Pithing Needle. What are we putting the needle on? Is the question. Underworld's Cookbook on top. That is exactly what we need to lock things up. Like Mind Stone, we've already seen 2 of. But honestly, I don't hate it because I okay letting him draw that. And then we don't want to use Pixis here because we very much want Underworld Cookbook. Yeah, Devourer of Destiny. Target permanent that's 1 or more colors. Again, not playing Gaddock Teague. No Gaddock Teague on the battlefield. So 1 or more colors doesn't hit us. I think it's very clear that we just highlight that point due to any mistakes that may or may not have happened in the past relating to saying things didn't affect us that did. So, Damping Sphere, Damping Sphere. Torpor Orb was randomly good. I feel like in that matchup where we played against it in the other video, was Torpor Orb one of the cards? No, it was Voidmere. Voidmere is insane against Eldrazi Tron. Because they play even fewer basics than G-Tron, because they're mainly reliant on colors. Extirpate, I think, can be useful, and then Assassin's Trophy can also be very good. And maybe a Pithing Needle, which I accidentally double-clicked in, which is a lot of cards. Grafdigger's Cage, I don't think does anything against them, so we're going to cut it. Underworld's Cookbook was... we kind of needed it that game. I don't know if I can leave it in or not. Trinisphere, man. Maybe we cut some extirpates, because we don't really have ways of attacking their lands. I think we have to reevaluate extirpate in the sideboard, because if we're using it as combo hate, I don't know. We're going to maybe reevaluate it. We're going to trim a Whir of Invention. Although it does find us the Damping Sphere. But now we still need 4 cuts. It's going to be an Inquisition, because they have fewer... maybe go down to 6 discard, 2 trophy. and just run it as 61 because I don't know what else to cut. Um, I mean, only thing that would make this better is mulligans to 6. I think we keep. Hope that he's on a more Tron-centered hand and make some constructs with Urza Saga. If he's relying on Tron, Damping Sphere can shut that down. Saga can kill him in time. If we draw Mox Opal, I will play Urza Saga on turn 1 and just run everything out. Actually, if we draw... Oh, so if we draw Mox Opal, we could play Damping Sphere on turn 1, but then that slows down our turn 2 if we want to play Lantern Shredder. So we'll see how we deal with that. I still don't think we're overly favored. I mean, like Eldrazi Tron is winnable. We beat it in the other league. It's really going to depend on the list. I think it's one where there's enough different cards they can play that actually have a significant impact on the matchup. So it's really going to depend what version of the list. Power Plant, he might be relying on Tron. Because we did not draw Mox Opal, we are just going to run things out. And stuff. Let's see what you got. Like if he plays a second Tron land, well, Eldrazi Temple, he can play a Flesh Raker. Chalice on 1. So, I mean, this is like really good. We are getting kind of the right cards to play around it. And then we're gonna Damping Sphere. Hope that's enough of a slowdown. And I'm leaving all of this because I want big chunky creatures. Because they're gonna be 7/7s. Mine, Power Plant. What do you got? What do you got? Flesh Raker. Okay, that's fine. I mean, these are not doing anything. We do have Assassin's Trophy, which can hit Chalice. And then I mean, if he plays Karn here, we're in trouble, obviously. We're always in trouble when our opponents play Karn. I like that they're tapping only 3 lands. Okay. 2 Flesh Rakers against 1 Urza Saga. Who would win? Yeah. That's gonna actually be a lot of damage. Maybe I'll swing in. Buddy, Urza Saga is on board. How do you not know? Sorry, I should be nice. Maybe he didn't see it. Like, Urza Saga is a modern staple. No, like, what are we doing? You can't even cast another spell because Damping Sphere makes it too expensive. I am the beatdown deck now. I'm grabbing Lantern of Insight. Again, I can't play anything. And we win. Oh, 4-1, baby. We will absolutely take it. And let's just go right into the wrap-up. We couldn't handle the constructs. Maybe Eldrazi Tron is actually a favorable matchup. Yeah, I will absolutely take that. Let's see what we're working with here. It's just Whir Lantern, version 2.0. Overall, honestly, the deck felt great. Mox Opal, like that draw where we just dropped everything on like turn 2, was amazing. The game, like round 1 against Blink, fantastic game. Just deck performed very well, coming back from Wear Tear plus The Wrath of the Skies in the same game I think was fantastic. Great showing for the deck. Just to go over, sorry, let me not have the sideboard huge here. And then let's do that because that's, oh yeah, there we go. Um, so yeah, we played Blink in round one, won that game. Played Shadow, yeah, Shadow was our loss. Um, it happens. Beat Prowess, beat Burn, and beat Eldrazi Tron. So overall, I mean, pretty good matchups for us. I think Blank is the hardest matchup, and we won. Shadow is hit or miss. Definitely winnable, but you're not going to win them all. Like the deck performed very well. Opal was very strong. The no removal in the main, there was like two situations where it came up, and honestly, like especially game one just being more streamlined, was really good. I think the Assassin's Trophy in the sideboard, I think it's hard because it's so flexible, but it's so not flexible at the same time. Because if they drop a turn one Ragavan and you're playing Assassin's Trophy on it, it's so bad. You're just way behind. Um, like if that's your turn two, like good luck. They're just gonna go way ahead. And I mean, you can say they'll go way ahead with a Ragavan too, but then you're just replacing one problem with another. So we'll see. We're gonna look at the colors, see if green. I mean, Ancient Stirrings is still really good. So overall, deck performed very well. Uh, I've been really happy with Lantern. Like getting back into it, totally scratched every itch. Um, so we got 35 play points. That's pretty good. And Born Upon the Wind, cool card. And then one more. Yes, we would like to open one. Philosophization, Infernal Tutor. Actually, a card that I don't have and is sometimes played in Lantern. So treasure chests looking out for me. Oh, thank you for hanging out. Overall, very happy with Opal. Man, that is a powerful card. You can see why it was banned. But I will see you in the next one. I don't know exactly when the next video is going to come out. There might be. I'm kind of working on some scripted stuff going back into the reference, like, or kind of teaching Lantern more, kind of more lessons about Lantern than just gameplay. So we'll see how that can work out. But anyway, I will see you guys in the next one.